We get caught up in emotional storms all the time in modern life because we react so quickly to what's going on around us. Sometimes just a glance or a casual word is enough to make us anxious and restless. These impulsive reactions not only tire our minds, but also take us off the path of peace we seek. However, Stoic philosophy, with its TIESS principles, offers us a way out. Respond. Don't just react. One of the greatest Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote is like a flashlight in the dark, reminding us that real strength comes from knowing and controlling our emotions, instead of letting them control us. Take a moment to think. Stoic philosophy tells us to take a deep breath and choose an answer that is well thought out. This way, we can face life with calm and confidence. Training the mind to move from a passive reactive state to an active state is not only a way to find yourself, but also a way to true freedom, free from the worries and pressures that weigh heavy on the soul. Let's look into and use the principles of Stoicism to live a life that is lighter, more profound, and meaningful. Number 1. Words of Stoic wisdom. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus have taught us for a long time how to live a calm and steady life amidst the storms of life. Knowing things isn't the only thing that makes you wise. You also need to control your feelings and pick the right way to deal with problems. What counts is not what happens to you, but how you handle it. Epictetus said this wise saying, which emphasizes that our choices are what make us truly strong in every situation. For example, if someone suddenly cuts you off while you're driving, your first instinct might be to get angry or frustrated. But if you've studied Stoic philosophy, you can choose a different response, staying calm, forgiving, and continuing on your journey without letting that small incident ruin your day. The Bible says that the power of choice controlling your reactions is the key to a peaceful and free life. Jesus taught us about patience and forgiveness. When he was pushed and challenged, he chose love and forgiveness over anger and punishment. This is the clearest sign of a mind that has been trained to respond instead of just react. Have you ever thought about how to stay calm and collected when things get tough? How to keep from getting swept away by bad feelings? Stoic thought says that the first step to finding peace is to know and control yourself. Ask yourself, is this reaction really important, and does it bring me closer to the values I want to live by? Also, it has been shown that successful people often choose their reactions and control their emotions. Nelson Mandela spent almost 30 years in prison, but his calmness and willingness to forgive others made him a symbol of freedom and peace, not just a victim of injustice. In conclusion, training the mind to respond instead of react is not only the way to inner peace, it is also the basis for a meaningful life. Let the wisdom of Stoicism and the example of Jesus light our way, leading us to a life full of wisdom and love. Will you choose to react or respond? The choice is yours. Number 2. The power of choice. In life, we often face challenging situations and crossroads where a single choice can completely change our destiny. Stoic philosophy has long emphasized the importance of the power of choice, a capability that we all possess but rarely practice properly. It is in choosing how to react that we find our true strength. Choice is not just about deciding what to do, but also about determining how we think and feel about a situation. When faced with adversity, we can choose to react negatively, drowning in resentment and disappointment. Or we can choose to face it calmly and wisely. Imagine you're standing in a long line at the supermarket, and just as it's almost your turn, someone cuts in front without acknowledging your patience and that of others. Our natural reaction might be anger, feeling disrespected, and wanting to immediately respond with complaints. But pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, why did that person act this way? Perhaps they are facing an emergency, or they may simply be unaware of how their actions inconvenience others. The question is, how will we choose to react? With anger and criticism, or understanding and empathy? In everyday life, we constantly encounter opportunities to choose how we react. When a colleague gives unfair criticism, or when our plans are disrupted by unforeseen circumstances, we must decide. Should we wallow in disappointment or find ways to turn these challenges into opportunities for growth and learning? The power of choice not only shapes how we respond in specific moments, but also helps build our character and shape our lives. Jesus, in all his teachings, encouraged people to choose love and compassion. Even when faced with difficulties and hostility, he chose to forgive his enemies, and through that, he showed a higher path, a path leading to true peace and happiness. Therefore, when facing life's challenges, remember that the choice is in your hands. Choose to react in a way that makes you proud. Choose to show the best version of yourself. This is not only the teaching of Stoic philosophy, but also an eternal truth that we can apply to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Number 3. Mindfulness. In daily life, mindfulness is an idea that is common in Eastern philosophy. It has also found a place in Stoic philosophy as a powerful way to help people control and master their feelings. Being mindful in everyday life is more than just being aware of what's going on around us. It also means getting to know our inner selves well, which helps us deal with everything calmly and logically. But how can mindfulness help us deal with things instead of reacting to them? Imagine a stressful day when you're trying to finish work on time and a coworker says something hurtful. Your first instinct might be to get angry, feel offended, and respond right away. But if we practice mindfulness, we stop, take a deep breath, and recognize the negative emotions we are feeling. Rising above them, we don't let them tell us what to do. Instead, we choose to react quietly and carefully. Mindfulness teaches us to recognize and accept our emotions without judging them. This is similar to what Jesus said in the Bible, "Love your enemies and pray for those who hurt you." Both teachings tell us to stay calm and respond with compassion and understanding. Despite facing tough problems, let's ask ourselves, when we're stressed, can we take a moment to think and change how we feel? Can we use mindfulness to guide our actions instead of automatically reacting? Take a look at the lives of great people. A lot of them use mindfulness in their daily lives. Business leaders often meditate to stay awake and make better decisions. They know that staying calm and being able to act wisely under pressure are the keys to success. So practicing mindfulness not only helps us respond instead of react, but it also leads to a more balanced and happier life. The choice is ours. Let's take the path of awareness and wisdom so that every day isn't just a series of unconscious reactions, but a journey of taking charge of every action. Number 4. The role of virtue in cultivating a responsive mindset. It guides us towards thoughtful, balanced reactions. In Stoicism and many other philosophies, virtue is seen as the foundation of good character. It helps us respond in ways that are not just reactive, but reflective, actions that are aligned with our moral principles. This balance between our inner values and our external actions allows us to face difficulties with resilience, clarity, and poise. In a world full of uncertainty, virtue offers a reliable compass. It shapes how we make decisions, manage our emotions, and grow as individuals. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is a simple belief: virtue is the only true good. Everything else, wealth, health, status, these are indifferent. External events are beyond our control, but how we respond to them is always within our power. Virtue then becomes the guiding principle that ensures our responses aren't driven by fleeting emotions or external pressures, but by reason and wisdom. A mindset rooted in virtue gives us the ability to pause, reflect, and act, not just in a way that's good for us, but beneficial to the world around us too. One of Stoicism's core virtues is wisdom. Wisdom helps us know what's within our control and what isn't. It cultivates self-awareness, allowing us to pause and think critically before reacting. The wise person doesn't act impulsively. They assess the situation, understand their emotions, and choose the best course of action based on reason. This thoughtful approach gives us emotional stability. It helps us stay calm, even when things seem to be falling apart. Take failure, for example. A reactive mindset might lead to frustration or despair, but a responsive mindset, grounded in virtue, sees failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. By practicing wisdom, we can evaluate situations objectively, learn from them, and act in ways that align with our long-term goals and values. This shift from being reactive to responsive builds resilience. It helps us bounce back from challenges without being consumed by negative emotions. Another virtue essential to this mindset is courage. Courage is about facing challenges without being paralyzed by fear. While a reactive mindset might avoid or deny problems, a responsive mindset, shaped by courage, acknowledges fear but doesn't let it dictate actions. Courage empowers us to confront challenges head-on, even when the outcome is uncertain. This proactive approach ensures that we focus on solutions rather than getting stuck in fear or hesitation. It also allows us to embrace discomfort and change, both of which are essential for personal growth. Instead of retreating into comfort zones, courage encourages us to face the unknown. This growth not only makes us stronger individuals, but also equips us to handle future challenges with confidence. Justice, another Stoic virtue, plays a role in shaping a responsive mindset as well. Justice is about treating others fairly and promoting the common good. A reactive mindset in interpersonal situations often leads to impulsive actions, driven by ego, anger, or self-interest. But when our mindset is grounded in justice, we're able to approach situations with empathy and fairness. This creates healthier relationships and a more harmonious environment. By prioritizing fairness over aggression or selfishness, we can handle conflicts calmly and find positive outcomes for everyone involved. Temperance, the fourth Stoic virtue, helps us control our impulses and desires. It's key to developing a responsive mindset. In many situations, our first reactions are fueled by unchecked emotions, anger, envy, greed. Temperance allows us to regulate these emotions, ensuring that our responses are measured and thoughtful. For example, when we feel disrespected, a reactive mindset might lead to retaliation, but temperance encourages restraint. It gives us the space to reflect before acting. This self-control prevents rash decisions we might later regret and helps us respond with integrity. Practicing virtue in everyday life enhances our emotional resilience, the ability to adapt to stress and crisis. Virtue helps us develop inner strength that isn't easily shaken by external events. This stability makes it easier to stay calm and respond effectively, no matter the circumstances. By anchoring our thoughts and actions in virtue, we also experience emotional freedom. Many reactive tendencies come from emotional attachments or the desire to control what's beyond our influence. But through the practice of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we learn to focus on what we can control, our own actions and responses. This detachment from external outcomes reduces stress and anxiety, allowing us to respond with greater flexibility and ease. Finally, virtue isn't just for crisis moments. It applies to our everyday decisions too. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. A reactive mindset can lead to burnout or frustration, but a responsive mindset grounded in virtue helps us manage daily responsibilities with balance and purpose. Virtue fosters continuous growth. A responsive mindset doesn't see setbacks or failures as dead ends. Instead, it views them as opportunities to learn and grow. Virtue isn't a destination, it's a lifelong practice. In the end, by cultivating a responsive mindset through virtue, we are better equipped to handle life's challenges. We act in alignment with our values, fostering personal growth, emotional resilience, and healthier relationships. In a world where so much is beyond our control, virtue provides a stable foundation for thoughtful, deliberate, and compassionate responses to whatever life may bring. Number 5. Self-awareness. To master your responses. Have you ever wondered what really determines how we respond to life's challenges? Why do some people stay calm when others react with strong emotions, sometimes out of control? The key is self-awareness. It's a core part of stoic philosophy, helping us control our feelings and actions as we move through life. When we're caught in emotional storms, like family arguments or work conflicts, our emotions can easily take over. But self-awareness gives us a moment to stop, think, and ask, why am I feeling this way? Is this reaction really necessary or helpful? This pause gives us clarity. It brings calmness, which allows us to make better decisions. Let's take inspiration from the life of Jesus. Jesus always showed compassion and calmness, even when things were incredibly difficult. He taught us to love our enemies. It's a powerful example of controlling our emotions and responding with compassion. This shows not only patience, but deep self-awareness, preventing us from falling into negativity. Find purpose in everything you do. When you get harsh criticism, instead of reacting with anger or defensiveness, pause. Ask yourself, is there any truth in this? What can I learn from this? This way, you stay calm, and you also grow from the experience. Self-awareness is what separates automatic reactions from wise choices. It allows us to see struggles as opportunities to grow. In the end, being self-aware isn't just about recognizing your emotions. It's a deeper process of self-discovery, and in that self-awareness, you'll find peace, even in the middle of life's ups and downs. Number 6. Stoic acceptance. Stoic acceptance, rooted in ancient philosophy, emphasizes embracing reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. This acceptance isn't about passive resignation, it's about actively engaging with life's challenges. While we can't control external events, we can control our reactions to them. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the understanding that true happiness and peace of mind come from recognizing the limits of our control. We should focus our efforts on what we can change, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. The Stoics, philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, taught that life is inherently unpredictable. They urged us to accept that misfortune and adversity are not just inevitable, but fundamental to the human experience. This perspective invites us to reflect on suffering and navigate through it without losing our sense of self or purpose. Rather than seeing hardships as barriers, Stoic acceptance encourages us to view them as opportunities for growth and learning. This shift allows us to cultivate resilience, making it easier to face life's inevitable trials. A core tenet of Stoic acceptance is the dichotomy of control. This concept distinguishes between what's within our control and what's not. According to Epictetus, we should channel our energy into our beliefs, intentions, and actions while accepting that external circumstances, like others' opinions or natural disasters, are beyond our influence. Understanding this dichotomy liberates us from the frustration of trying to control the uncontrollable and shifts our focus to nurturing our character and virtues. When we embrace this idea, we free ourselves from the emotional turmoil that often comes from disappointment, regret, or anger about situations we can't change. In practice, Stoic acceptance manifests in various ways. One powerful method is negative visualization, where we imagine potential challenges or losses that may come our way. By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, we prepare ourselves for inevitable difficulties, reducing their emotional impact when they arise. This practice isn't meant to induce anxiety. Rather, it helps us cultivate gratitude for what we currently have and fosters acceptance when faced with adversity. The Stoics believed that contemplating the impermanence of our circumstances deepens our appreciation for the present moment and the relationships we hold dear. Another important aspect of Stoic acceptance is mindfulness. This practice aligns closely with Stoic principles, inviting us to be present and fully engaged in our experiences. Mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, creating space between our internal reactions and external events. This enables us to respond to situations with clarity and intention, free from impulse or emotional reactivity. By cultivating mindfulness, we become more attuned to the present moment, accepting our experiences as they unfold rather than resisting or denying them. Stoic acceptance also calls for self-reflection and introspection. Regularly examining our thoughts, beliefs, and actions helps us identify patterns of resistance or denial in our lives. Through journaling, meditation, or quiet contemplation, we can explore our responses to challenging situations and recognize where we might cling to unrealistic expectations or desires. This self-awareness fosters acceptance, allowing us to let go of what we cannot control and focus on what truly matters. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This profound insight underscores the importance of inner work and acceptance in achieving emotional equilibrium. Moreover, Stoic acceptance encourages a compassionate perspective toward ourselves and others. Recognizing that everyone faces struggles and imperfections helps us cultivate empathy and understanding. When we accept our flaws and those of others, we create space for connection and healing. This compassion allows us to approach conflicts with grace, fostering healthy relationships and encouraging constructive dialogue. Accepting ourselves and others as we are fosters a deeper sense of belonging and reduces feelings of isolation or resentment. The ultimate goal of Stoic acceptance is to achieve inner peace and contentment regardless of external circumstances. When we learn to accept reality as it is, we free ourselves from the burdens of unrealistic expectations and the pursuit of external validation. Instead of seeking happiness through material possessions or others' approval, we find fulfillment in our character and the quality of our actions. This shift aligns with the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with virtue and cultivating a sense of purpose that transcends external circumstances. Furthermore, Stoic acceptance invites us to cultivate gratitude, even in adversity. By embracing the present moment and acknowledging the lessons that come from hardship, we can find meaning in our struggles. Gratitude becomes a powerful antidote to negativity, allowing us to appreciate the richness of life and the opportunities for growth that arise from challenging experiences. As we practice acceptance, we learn to see obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. fostering resilience that empowers us to navigate life's uncertainties. The journey towards stoic acceptance isn't without its challenges. It requires practice, patience, and a willingness to confront our fears and insecurities. However, by committing to this path, we open ourselves to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Stoic acceptance teaches us to embrace life in all its complexity, recognizing that every experience, pleasant or painful, contributes to our growth and development. In conclusion, Stoic acceptance serves as a guiding principle for navigating the complexities of human existence. By embracing reality as it is, we cultivate resilience, emotional control, and profound inner peace. The teachings of the Stoics remind us that while we can't control external circumstances, we can shape our responses and find meaning in our experiences. Through acceptance, mindfulness, and self-reflection, we cultivate a life rooted in virtue, gratitude, and authenticity. In a world filled with uncertainty, Stoic acceptance stands as a beacon of hope, guiding us toward a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. Number 7. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EI, often referred to as emotional quotient, EQ, has gained significant traction in both academic and professional spheres over the past few decades. It encompasses the ability to recognize, understand, manage, and effectively utilize emotions, both in oneself and in others. As we navigate the complexities of human interactions, cultivating a high EQ becomes increasingly vital. This script explores the multifaceted nature of emotional intelligence, its importance, and practical ways to enhance our emotional capabilities to foster better relationships, improve decision-making, and enhance overall well-being. Defining emotional intelligence. At its core, emotional intelligence is the ability to be aware of one's own emotions and the emotions of others. Daniel Goleman, a leading psychologist in this field, outlines 5 key components of EI. Self-awareness. Recognizing one's emotions as they occur and understanding how they impact thoughts and behavior. High self-awareness allows individuals to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This component includes acknowledging one's strengths and weaknesses, enabling informed choices and decisions. Self-regulation, the ability to manage one's emotions in a healthy manner. Individuals with strong self-regulation can control their impulses, maintain emotional balance, and adapt to changing circumstances. This control is essential for effective communication, conflict resolution, and maintaining a positive demeanor in challenging situations. Motivation. Intrinsic motivation drives individuals to achieve goals for personal reasons beyond external rewards. Those with high emotional intelligence are often more optimistic and resilient, viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth. This aspect encourages perseverance and a positive outlook on challenges. Empathy. Understanding and being sensitive to the feelings and perspectives of others. This component fosters effective communication, deeper connections, and enhanced interpersonal relationships. By putting themselves in others' shoes, empathetic individuals can respond compassionately and navigate social dynamics more effectively. Social skills. The ability to build and maintain healthy relationships, communicate effectively, and influence others positively. Individuals with high emotional intelligence navigate social situations adeptly, resolve conflicts, and collaborate well within teams, contributing to a harmonious work environment. The importance of emotional intelligence. The significance of emotional intelligence cannot be overstated. It plays a crucial role in personal and professional success, impacting various aspects of life, including relationships, decision-making, and leadership. Personal relationships. Individuals with high EQ communicate more effectively, express themselves clearly, and understand their partner's feelings, reducing the likelihood of misunderstandings and conflicts. They are also better equipped to manage stress, leading to improved mental health and resilience. In the workplace, emotional intelligence is often a more significant predictor of success than traditional intelligence, IQ. Leaders with high EQ can inspire and motivate their teams, creating a positive work culture. They can recognize when team members are struggling and offer support, fostering loyalty and engagement. Decision-making. Being in tune with emotions allows individuals to make more informed decisions. They are less likely to be swayed by temporary emotions or biases, leading to more rational outcomes. Cultivating emotional intelligence. Cultivating emotional intelligence is a lifelong process that requires commitment and practice. Here are practical strategies to enhance each component of EI. Enhancing self-awareness. Mindfulness practices. Engage in mindfulness meditation to develop deeper awareness of emotions. Observe thoughts and feelings without judgment to identify emotional triggers. Journaling. Write about daily experiences and emotions to gain insights into your emotional landscape. Reflecting on interactions can enhance self-awareness. Feedback. Seeking. Ask trusted friends or colleagues for feedback on your behavior and emotional responses to identify blind spots. Improving self-regulation. Emotional regulation techniques use deep breathing, visualization, and grounding exercises to manage emotions effectively, especially in stressful situations. Setting goals. Identify specific emotional responses you wish to regulate. Set achievable goals to foster a sense of accomplishment and motivate progress. Coping strategies. Develop a toolbox of coping strategies, such as exercise or engaging in hobbies, to navigate challenging emotions. Fostering motivation. Intrinsic goals. Focus on personal values and intrinsic motivations to enhance your drive. Identify goals aligned with your passions for a sense of purpose. Positive affirmations. Regularly practice positive affirmations to cultivate a positive mindset and reinforce self-belief. Celebrate small wins. Recognize and celebrate achievements, no matter how small, to boost motivation and reinforce positive behaviors. Cultivating empathy. Active listening. Engage fully with the speaker, validate their feelings, and demonstrate understanding to foster deeper connections. Perspective taking. Actively attempt to see situations from others' viewpoints to enhance empathy. Volunteering. Engage in volunteer work to expose yourself to diverse perspectives and foster compassion. Enhancing social skills. Networking. Engage in social activities and networking events to practice conversation starters and build confidence. Conflict resolution training. Learn techniques to navigate disagreements effectively and strengthen relationships. Team activities. Participate in collaborative projects to enhance social skills and build teamwork abilities. The role of emotional intelligence in leadership requires a unique blend of skills, with emotional intelligence at the forefront. Effective leaders understand that their actions and emotions significantly impact their teams. Leaders with high emotional intelligence create supportive environments where team members feel valued. They recognize struggles and offer encouragement, fostering loyalty and morale. Emotionally intelligent leaders navigate conflicts gracefully, addressing issues while maintaining a positive atmosphere. By modeling EI, they inspire teams to develop these skills, creating a ripple effect throughout the organization. Emotional intelligence in personal relationships. Emotional intelligence is equally crucial in personal relationships. Whether romantic, familial, or friendships, understanding and managing emotions can enhance communication and deepen connections. Romantic relationships. Partners with high EI navigate disagreements with empathy and understanding, fostering trust and intimacy for lasting relationships. Family dynamics. Parents with high EQ model emotional awareness and regulation, teaching children valuable skills for managing their emotions. Friendships. Individuals with high EQ provide support during difficult times, recognizing when friends are struggling and offering empathy and encouragement. Emotional intelligence is a vital skill that profoundly impacts personal and professional success. By cultivating self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills, individuals can enhance their emotional capabilities and navigate life's challenges more effectively. As we embrace the power of emotional intelligence, we empower ourselves to build healthier relationships, make better decisions, and lead fulfilling lives. This journey of growth is lifelong, requiring commitment and practice, but the rewards are immeasurable. In a world that often prioritizes cognitive intelligence, embracing and cultivating emotional intelligence can lead to profound personal transformation and a deeper connection with others. Ultimately, emotional intelligence is not just a skill, it is a way of being that can enrich our lives and the lives of those around us.